Kyle, I thought that your speech was very good overall, and I believe that you followed the directions well. I thought that it was interesting you did this because my cousins are in the same grade as us and they live in Florida. And so at the time of the shooting, they actually would have been enrolled in at Stoneman Douglas. However, they dropped out to go to a private school the year before. So I mean, it makes you think about just the possibilities. So I thought it was pretty crazy. Um, I thought that you used your good visual aids. I didn't know that we were allowed to use visual aids, but I thought that the way you used them uh, made the speech flow, I think, a little bit better. The 3 points that you had that I got were you reduced gun death and suicide, other countries' gun controls, and then the Second Amendment. I thought that you described each point very well and went with a lot of detail. Used a lot of statistical data that looked like they were factual because it was from the CDC and other trustworthy sources, so it was easy to agree with you or just know that you weren't making this stuff up. I thought as an individual you persuaded me really well with the way that you carried yourself and the way you presented your data and just the overall act of the speech. I thought that you had a clear introduction, a body, and a conclusion. You hit them all. You entered with a quote, and you ended with a quote, and your body used your 3 points. You used effective language, and you adequately explained and supported your ideas, like I said, with the data and quotes and the persuasion. You really went for the heartstrings. I thought the speech was clearly organized. You used finally. You use I'll begin with. I'll end with. And I just thought it flowed really well. There was no parts where they were out of context, I thought. The visual and vocal components of delivery were good. It seemed like you maintained eye contact a lot. The one thing I would say is you could just use a little bit more hand gestures. It didn't really look like you were using that many. Speaker volume was good. I could hear it with only like 5 bars of my volume up, so I thought it was good. One positive aspect I enjoyed about this speech was just the overall persuasion of this speech. I thought that you really had an idea and went with it, and you wanted to persuade, and you persuaded really well. One suggestion, I would just say that use hand gestures more, and if we were allowed to use visual aid, then I thought that was just really good. You had a lot of the PowerPoint, or a lot of the slides. That's what I got in trouble for one of mine because I had a lot of slides, and she said it took away from the speech. But I thought overall you did really well, and it was a pleasure to listen to. One of the quotes I got from yours was, "How many more kids need to be killed before we change?" And I thought that was a really strong, powerful quote. And then in the conclusion, you told the audience to take a stand. And then you ended with a nice, strong quote. And it was just a really good overall speech, like I said before. It was a pleasure to listen to. Thank you.